Have you ever noticed how religions shape the way we look at life? Either by looking up to the heavens or looking within ourselves. Today we will explore Abrahamic versus Adamic religions. How they guide us differently and how they might resonate differently with men and women. These are exactly what we're going to be talking about in this video. Number 1, Abrahamic versus Adamic religions. What's the spiritual path? Number 2, looking up or looking within. What's the difference? And how Abrahamic religions may cater to women and Adamic religions cater to men. And also my personal stories of how men and women approach spirituality differently. Which path you think might resonate with me, with you. And I'm also going to share which path I believe resonates with me. Let's first look at the Abrahamic religion. This faith often encourages looking up towards the heavens for guidance and meaning. I believe this religion mostly caters to women. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't cater to men too, but I believe it caters to women because women find fulfillment in nurturing, caring, and emotional support. If you look at the religion like Christianity and Islam, we're looking up to the eyes of good, like heaven is in the sky, like God is in the sky. We're looking up to the stars for the greater good and trying to become like them. We're trying to look up to them and may their will be done on us. May their laws be. We're looking up so that their will. I've basically explained it, so that their will can be placed on us. It's like we're looking outside. It's also like the northern gods, like Loki and all those type of gods. We're looking up at them. They're like the stars in the sky. That's why I believe Jesus is the Son of God, which is also a star. And I also believe that's why most of them have a ring around their heads. The lights of God, the shine of God. They always talk about lights, this, lights, that. And they have the light behind their head, like the sun, like a star. I believe it's an indication that we are always looking up at the greater good of God. Looking up and trying to be like them. Trying to be like God. I believe this caters to women. I'm not saying as a man you can't be in a religion like this or want something like this, but I believe it somewhat caters to a woman because the will of God is being acted upon you, not like the Adamic religion where the will of God is being shown from within you. You know what I'm saying? Like the light of God is in you, but it's like glowing on your skin. That's why the Adamic gods are always shining. Their skin are always shining. Like the Buddha is always, even seen with all his hand, it's like a golden statue. The light is always shining out. It's like the love of God, like the will of God is shining outside. And I also believe, but the Abrahamic religion is like it's being acted on you. But if you also look at the way we interact as species, between the way the man and the woman also interacts, you see that 9 out of 10 the world is acting upon her. Even the way our private parts are shaped, you may say, it's like the woman's one is inside. This is weird to say, but please bear with me. Probably you see where I'm trying to get to. The woman's one is inside, so it's like you're acting upon her. It's like if you see a pretty girl, you are going there, you're acting. It's like you're active in a way. It's like you're going out there while she's receiving it. And that's like the Abrahamic religion. You're receiving the love of God. You're receiving the glory of God, and you're trying to be like them. You're trying to be like the gods. You're trying to be like the stars above. Now, let's look at the Adamic religion. In these traditions, the focus is on looking within, seeking enlightenment and self-realization through personal discipline and meditation. Personal discipline, meditation, and karma. I believe this religion appeals to men because we as guys, we mostly find fulfillment in individual action, self-mastery, spiritual discipline, conquering thyself, conquering the lower nation, the lower nature of ourselves, so that we can rise to higher states of consciousness. Think of things like the samurai, Miyamoto Musashi. I don't know if you guys know about him, but when you first hear about the story, you're like, oh my god, this guy was able to master this incredibly spiritual discipline or self-mastery. He went around the world fighting masters and he never lost. Why? How was a guy able to control himself that much and be able to reach that pinnacle of self-discipline? And he even wrote a book, the 12 ways to master aloneness or something like that. I read the book, I can't remember the title. Such an amazing book. And if you're watching this, you might be one of the guys that are curious in semen retention. You're trying to master yourself. You're trying to conquer thyself. You're trying to conquer the lower nature of yourself. You're trying to conquer your lust. You're trying to conquer what you wear, what you say, what you do. That's part of the Dhammic religion. Looking within, seeking enlightenment and self-realization through personal discipline and meditation. We believe in karma. If you do bad by others, it come back to you. If you do good by others, it come back to you. That's the Dhammic religion speaking right there. And I believe gods like the Buddha, if you realized those gods, they have multiple hands. I don't know why. I would have to think more or read more on things like that. But the Buddha or these mighty beings, they're always shining. They're always glowing. You know, they're always glowing. They're always golden. They're always glowing because the light is within them. The sun is within them, and the sun is showing from within to the outside. While the Abrahamic religion, the sun is shone upon us. That's why the ring of light is always behind their head, and they're always like, the love of God is being on you, is beaming down on you. But the Dhammic religion, the love of God is being shone from within you. That's why they're depicted as a golden being or golden frame of being. We've mastered ourselves. The Shaolin monk, you know what I mean? Like, we go through all the training, like, you're not allowed to have sex with any woman because you have to master yourself or something like that. I don't really know much about the Shaolin monk, but I know it's something about discipline, self-discipline. And I think this is getting a strong comeback in the community slowly, without anyone really realizing that it's actually a Dhammic religion aspect of things like semen retention, controlling the way you move, the way you speak, like going, like being diligent at something. But Abrahamic religion also pushes discipline. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it pushes discipline in a different way. It pushes different discipline in the form of, I'm trying to be like them. While Dhammic is kind of like, I'm trying to be more of me. I'm trying to look within me and beat out the imperfections. Oh my God, that's why they're golden. You know the way diamond is made through pressure. Well, they're not diamonds. They're more like, that's why they're golden, because it's made through pressure. You have to pressurize it, and then that's why it's golden. That's why it's gold. It's like you're looking within and you're beating out the insecurities. You're whacking it out. You're whacking it out. While the Abrahamic religion, you're looking upwards at God. You're like, wow, it's such a perfect being. What would God say? If I do this, what would God say? What would God do? You know, you're reading the Bible, reading the Quran, trying to look for what God will do in these steps. You're trying to be like them because they're so holy. They're so above you. You're trying to grasp just to be a little like them. But you can see their will is being acted upon you. While the Adamic religion, it's like you're looking within you. You're looking for God within you and whipping out all the falseness away from your being. You're trying to be whole again. You're trying to be in a new. You're whipping out all the insecurities, or whipping everything out. You're applying pressure to yourself. You're trying to conquer thyself. You're looking for a spiritual discipline. You're trying to be that spiritual warrior, fighting your demons within. While the Abraham religion is trying to look outside and trying to be like them, and in the process of trying to be like them, they're also fighting the demons within. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't. I need to be like them. I need to. That's this need to want to be like them. They are this pedestal. They place them on a big pedestal. You know, like you look up to them. While the Adamic religion is like you look up to what you probably would never. In both cases, it doesn't come to mind that you never ever be like them. That's why you place them on such a pedestal. You know, the Adamic religion, you have this image of a man that you'd never be. Like this image of a man or woman. Can also, as a woman, you can also do this, but I think it mostly caters to men. Like this man that you just never be. Just that's why we always look up to the hero as men. These are the key takeaways. The Abrahamic religion provide external guidance, often resonating more with women's roles as nurturers and moral guides. The will of God is being acted upon her, which is the Abrahamic religion. The Adamic religions emphasize internal growth and self-realization, appealing more to men seeking autonomy and personal mastery. So what do you think? Do you feel drawn to the idea of looking up for divine guidance? Or do you resonate with looking within for personal enlightenment? How do you think this path relates to our role as men and women? I would love to hear your thoughts. Please let me know in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. Do you feel more aligned to the Abrahamic religions, or do you think you're more aligned to the Adamic religions? Personally, I think I'm more aligned to the Adamic religion. Or probably you find yourself somewhere in between. The not so Abrahamic and not so Adamic. That's an interesting one right there. Please let me know in the comments. As of right now, see you later. Chariot. I don't even know what that means. What's chariot? I don't know what that means. What is? I hope cherub is bye or goodbye. I don't know.